Hi, I'm back. I went out to the garden to harvest some flowers. I'm Martha. I am a flower farmer, full-time teacher, but I grow flowers. And during the summer months, while I'm on vacation, I have a little roadside stand. I have a flower delivery service, and I make special bouquets for special events. My daughter asked me to make an arrangement for one of her students who's graduating tomorrow. So I went out in the hoop house and I harvested a few things. I have yellow statice. I have lemon verbena for the aroma. I have lysianthus. I love lysianthus because it looks sort of like a rose, but it does not have the thorns. I grow the lysianthus in my greenhouse, and I still have sweet peas blooming. So I also am going to include some sweet peas for the aroma. And then on the label it said this is cress, but I don't think this is cress. If you know what this is, will you let me know down below in the comments? And then I have a yellow sunflower. I grow my sunflowers close together, and I grow them, I want to keep them small so they're easier to use in a bouquet. So I grow them close together so that they'll remain small. And then I have celosia that I started from seed from florets. So all of these are like my filler flowers. Okay, it's not the main focal flower. For my focal flower, I have my dahlias that are just starting to bloom for me. Today is July 8th, 2026. I'm in California, the Monterey Bay Zone 10. So my dahlias, and I have about 80 varieties. So, and I found that dahlias bloom at different times. So this is what I have so far, blooming in my garden. Isn't that beautiful? I wish you could see these in person because they are absolutely glorious. Now, the thing about my dahlias, I do a little inspection, and even if I cannot see any pests with my eyes, I still like to dip them. So over here, I have water, and I use Castile soap. Can you see that little soap? And to make sure that I get, because if you see, little insects can hide in here. So to make sure that I get them all, I dip them in here. I just go up and down, and I do them one at a time. And it works, and it doesn't seem to harm the blooms at all. I spin it around a little just to make sure that if I get there's any pest, I can get them. And then I turn it over, and I have this little, it was part of a dehydrator. So I put this on top of, I'll show you in a moment. I put this on top of my little flower bucket. And then I stick them right in here. I turn it around so I can get the big holes, and I stick them in here and let them dry. So it's a little tip that if you want to make sure that you get all the little insects, and they'll actually come out in the water, and you can see. This is just something that I do. The Castile soap does not seem to harm the blooms at all. And I just twirl it and twirl it and twirl it. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm just up here playing. And then I just turn it over. And then I have to condition these, so I have to let them sit for about an hour or so anyway before I start arranging with them. So then they can dry. It's sort of like getting their hair washed. The little water's dripping off. It's so wonderful. And then, you know, I've done everything that I could. These are garden flowers. They're local. The reason why you don't find pests on the flowers you get from the grocery store or from the florist is because usually they're imported. And they've been sprayed with all types of chemicals. And then when you go like this, you're actually inhaling all of the chemicals. You don't have to worry about that with local flowers because I grow all my flowers organic. And usually local flower growers, we do grow our flowers organically or very little pesticides and things. So they're not harmful, right? And another thing, with local flowers, they have an aroma, huh? Like, oh, those sweet peas. And you can actually, when you hold the flower up to your nose, you can actually smell a flower. With imported flowers at the grocery store, they usually don't have any scent. So when you hold them up to your nose, you can't smell anything. It could be anything. If you had a blindfold on, you wouldn't even know that you were smelling a flower. Well, it's definitely not that way with local flowers. So I would suggest, if you have an opportunity, just go to like a farmer's market or someplace where you know they're growing local flowers. Try local flowers for 1 week. I think you'll be hooked. All right. Now, the dahlias are the only flowers that I really have to worry about pests. The rest of the flowers, I don't have to dunk. It's just, and that's another reason why I keep my sunflowers. I grow them in my hoop house to help all of these, to help with pest pressure. So those are the only ones. I have to let those sort of dry off for a bit. Now, inside this water, where I have my flowers conditioning, let me show you what I put in here. I put 1 package. I know you've all seen these. This is Crystal. It's flower food, but guess what? It also has a little bacteria in it. So when you put your flowers in here, it helps with the bacteria. You don't want bacteria in your stems because then your flowers will last longer. So I use 1 package of this in my conditioning water. I'll tell you something else I use. Oh, here's the Castile soap that I use inside here when I dunk my dahlias to get rid of all, and see, to get rid of all the little pests. All right, here is my quick dip. Now, I purchased all these things. I don't have any sponsorship. I put a cap full of this in my water where I have my flowers. Usually, you know, there's a whole ratio and everything, but I just use a cap full of quick dip in my conditioning water. Yeah. So after the dahlias have had time to condition, I'll work with them. So what I think I will start doing is working with my supporting flowers. So I'm going to put my dahlias over here, and then I'll start working with my supporting flowers. I'll let my dahlia heads, I'll let these dry off for about an hour, and then I'll place them in the bouquet. All right, now, because it's an evening graduation, I have a little plastic vessel that I'm going to use. You won't see this at all because I'm going to cover it with my floral paper. And to make sure, this is plastic, but to make sure that this does not leak, I have some things I'm going to do. I'm going to use little bags. I have 2 little plastic bags, and I have paper towel. So I'm going to wet the paper towel when I get ready to make the arrangement. I can't do it now because the dahlias still need to dry, but I'm going to enclose everything in this plastic, and then I'm going to put the plastic inside here, and then I'm going to wrap it. It's going to be so glorious. Now, what I'm going to do now is sort of just a little practice. I'm going to look at my flowers that I have here, and I'm going to start cutting things, and so I have an idea, because my daughter is going to pick this up this evening, so I have an idea how things are going to go. I like to start with my greenery. So let me get, the greenery I'm going to use is lemon verbena. So not much greenery in here. And usually with floral arrangements, you want to use odd numbers. So I have 3 lemon verbena branches. And I'm not even going to cut this. I think these are okay. And then the next thing I'm going to put in here, I have 1 celosia. This is too tall. So I'm going to go to the edge of my table. I like to look at the plant and see where there's a natural little cut area or a new growth. And I think this is right. It's not too tall, right? Not overpowering the verbena. The rule of thumb is when you have a vessel, the height should be no more than 1.5, whatever the vessel is. So I think this is okay. Then I think I'll look at this sunflower. Let's see right here. This is where I'll make the cut. But first, let me check. Because it's better to not cut, because if you cut it too short, it won't work. And actually, I'm glad I checked, because I don't think I need to cut that sunflower. Always a good idea to check. Okay, now I know this is too tall. So this is yellow status. So again, I line it up with the edge of my table, sort of get the height that I want, and then I make the cut. Yeah. So that's that. Now, I'm just trying to look at my proportions and my height. I cannot start making the arrangement until the dahlias dry. But I'm sort of getting an idea, because if I need to go and harvest some more flowers, I'll go do it. I think this is Dara or Darkest. I'm not sure. It's that flower that's in the carrot family. All right, so I use 1 of those. And then let me put in my sweet peas. Oh my gosh. I wish you were here so you could smell this with me. Okay, these are not the sweet peas that are edible. These are toxic if you eat a lot of them. You have to eat like a bowl of them and they will make you sick. So never eat the flowering sweet peas. It's not like the sugar snap peas. These just make a flower. Okay? No eating. Not these. Okay. So I think I have enough sweet peas. I'm just trying to get an idea of the arrangement. Oh, look at that, Lizzie Anthus. And I know that these side shoots will not open up on the Lysianthus, but I'm going to keep these on here as a little surprise element. I might cut this Lysianthus a little bit. Okay, yeah, I think so. I think I need to cut this a little bit. So I'm trying to save time and see what I can work on while I let the dahlias dry and get an idea of the arrangement. Look at that so far. You know, I may not use this celosia. I'm gonna see. I was going to use it. I'll tell you why I wanted to use it. I wanted to use it to bridge this dahlia, the color bridge. So that's why I wanted to use it. So we'll see. I'll keep the celosia in here for now. And then when we make the actual arrangement, we can see. And then my third Lysianthus. I think this is going to be beautiful. Okay, so I have an idea. I think that's enough flowers because it's just a little arrangement. I don't want it to be too overwhelming. I want it to be fresh looking because, you know, graduation is like a new beginning. So I want it to for her to think of, hey, this is a new beginning, a new chapter in my life. Yeah. Have you had a new chapter in your life recently? I know I have. I had an unexpected new chapter, but I tell you, it's all good. It's all good. Amen. This is, okay, I think this is about all we can do until the dahlias are ready. So I'll say goodbye for now, okay? If you would like to see some more of my little flower farming journey before my retirement, I'm retiring next year, please subscribe and share my videos. Leave a comment below. I always like to meet new gardening friends. Let me know what zone you're in or where you're growing from and what you are excited about in your garden this year. Okay? I promise I'll respond. All right, bye. Martha from Monterey Bay, flower farmer, master gardener, zone 10. Bye. Have a lovely afternoon. I'll see you in just a moment, maybe an hour from now. So I'll loop these segments together, okay? Bye. Okay, I went outside. I found 2 more dahlias. I found the purple status. Let me put these down here for a moment. So we have the yellow in here. And, okay. You can't be afraid to rearrange things. Let me see if I keep the yellow in and then just add the purple, what will happen? Let's see. I don't want all the flowers to get lost. That's the thing. And I feel like the Lysianthus was getting lost. I wonder if this purple, and then this dahlia, which was my focal flower, probably needs to go in here. I don't want them on top of each other like that. All right, what do you think? Is it getting better or not? Huh. Okay. maybe I was really trying to make this dahlia work, but you just can't force things. If things don't work, they just don't work. I can use this in my CSA I have tomorrow. This purple might be better. What do you think? Is it looking better? Tell me the truth. Is it looking better? Okay. And then okay. All my yellows on this side, that I don't like. So I think I'm going to take this sunflower and move it to the other side. So, or I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Nah, I don't want to mess with things too much because I already have it wrapped in the, anyway. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Now, when I looked at the dahlia on this side, I sort of want to put that other one back in here and put it on the other side. So let me see if I can put it back down in here and put it on this side. Okay. You know, this is it. I'm done. Okay, so this is the little graduation arrangement. And I'm just going to try and, so it doesn't look like it's so tight, I'll try and loosen it up a little bit, you know, so everything does not look so tight. But I think going to get that purple status sort of helped a little bit. All right, so I think, let me look at it. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Don't worry, tell me the truth. You won't hurt my feelings, and I want to get better. So give me your honest opinion, okay? Thank you so much for joining me this evening. All right, and I hope you have a lovely evening, and I hope you have lots of flower fun. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye, Martha from Monterey Bay, Zone 10. All right, see you later.